My first trip here was in 1940. I came with my father and we was picking beans along that time. It was bad. Didn't have no streets, many streets here, and most where we live in now was bean picking. I picked beans all in here where we are now in Liberty Park, Collier City, and all over the area, which they had a place out there they called Pumpkin Swamp. Beans at that time, they were paying 15 for firsts, 20 cents for seconds, and 25 for thirds. And along in that time, a little later than that, we was paying $8 a week for rent, and that take a whole day out of your salary right there. So it was kind of rough back in those days, but everybody was happy. We lived in peace. We lived with each other, and we had a lot of love for each other. Didn't nobody have nothing much, but we valued what we did have.
I worked for $5 a day. $5 a day. And I was working, doing May work. I walked from 8th Street to 2nd Street, cross town. I worked for Mr. Robert, for the owner of one of the men at Faith Farmers Market. I reared up 5 children without a husband. My husband passed away. But then I married Reverend Latham. He was the pastor of Antioch Missionary Baptist Church. Antioch wasn't finished at that time. There was 43 members there when I joined that church. And then he built New Jerusalem Missionary Baptist Church for 19 years until he passed away. It wasn't any road down there. It wasn't paved. We walked the rock road. At that time, walking to work from one place to another, and picking beans and hoeing pepper, picking pepper. And it was kind of rough, but by the help of God, I made it. Well, it wasn't no bathrooms in the house when I came to Pompano. And I washed in a tin tub at that time and washed out the children's clothes. And it was a dirt road, ran 7th Avenue. All those roads was dirt roads, wasn't no paving. Remember days when didn't have changing clothes, but trusting God, He have clothed me, He have fed me, He have kept me. I knew just about everybody in Pompano because it wasn't any, no big city at that time. And everybody was on one accord. Now that I see it, that Pompano had really grown. And I thank God for it.